When we are developing cloud applications in today's era, one of the technologies that we cannot ignore is Docker, and it is important because it is frequently used with Kubernetes. Even though Kubernetes is moving away from Docker, but it is still good to understand uh, how do we deal with Docker. So let's say we have to package our application as a Docker image. How do we go about doing that? First thing is, make sure you have Docker installed on your machine. Right now I am using a Mac, so I will get the Docker DMG from their website, and I am going to install it. While it is installing, let's make the code changes that we need to do. We need to add a plugin which is the Dockerfile Maven plugin. So we are going to add in the plugin, we will add a plugin group ID. So the plugin name is Docker Maven plugin. So let's it's not completing, so we will add it manually. So group ID is iu.fabricate, and within iu.fabricate what we need is not the Kubernetes template, we need Docker Maven plugin. The latest version seems to be 0.34.1. Let's and then within that we have to define some image definition. So let's get rid of this, and then we say images, image, and within the image then we have to provide a name. For now we can just say dollar prefix slash dollar ID. So this is going to be our image name, and then we have to add something called, after name we add something called build, and within build we have context here, which we can say project.base there, and then we need tags. So the tags could be nothing but project.version, and then we say args, jar file is target slash dollar project dot build dot final name, and the service name is dollar project dot name. So this is the things related to this. Now let's do a refresh on Maven and make sure we can find all this. This project is pretty new, it's still in if you see the version, it has not even reached 1.0, but it works very well whenever I have used. It is downloading some plugins. It has found the config server. Okay, it has found the Docker Maven plugin as well. Now we need to add few more things in it. So this whole thing has to be within configuration. That's one of the problems. So after version we will have configurations, and within that then we will add all these things, and then after configuration we will have executions, and within executions you will have execution, and there we will have ID, which should be build image, and phase should be package, and goals should be build. So these are the changes that we needed to do. Now let's try to build it from command line mvn clean package -d skip test. Okay, so we did something, but we need to get we need to install the Docker because we didn't install it. So I am just going to do that. So we have installed the Docker, it's installing. So now that we have Docker installed, let's run Docker images. Right now Docker daemon is not running. Now that Docker is installed, let's try running the Maven again. Okay, so we missed one thing in POM. In the POM we use a variable which we have not defined, project.image.prefix. This is some prefix that if we want to give, we can just remove it or define a value for it in the properties, so that this is where the properties are. Let's call it tutorial. Tutorial is our prefix, and So, for building the Docker image, we have two options. Either we provide a Docker file, or we can provide all that information within the build configuration itself. So, we can basically provide these build and run configurations for our Maven Docker Maven plugin. Basically, what we are saying is that we are going to build it from Java at. So now if you see, it is created a image, and if I see Docker image, Docker images, you see tutorial says tutorial, that is our Docker image. Now we cannot really run it right now because it has configuration related to database etc., for which we have to do some more work, and we will probably cover that in the next video. But for now, this is like a simple way of creating a Docker image and integrating it within your build framework related to a Spring application. So I'm going to stop this video here, and in the next video we will cover how do we take these Docker images and make them more practical, how do we deploy them in public containers, and how do we integrate other databases along with that. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, please subscribe the channel, hit the notification icon and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching it, and have fun. Peace.